Hey everybody, this is day 5 of the next Adex Club training program. I'm your coach today, Donnie, and I will be going through 3 exercises for you. Actually 2 of them are fairly new, and one of them is a repeat. One of them is a twist. It's a variation that's a little harder to do than an exercise we did a couple days ago. I think it was on day 3. And we did a diagonal swing to a clean where we ended up in this position, started here, and we ended up facing this way with our torso. Today we're going to do the same diagonal swing, except we're not going to rotate our torso this way. We're going to end up in the side strike position right here with our arm almost 90 degrees to our midline, our sternum. So my arm is sticking out to the side, see that? That's where I want to end up with this clean, boom, right here. Elbow married to the side. So I'm going to be doing that exercise with a club that has 3 2.5-pound weights on it with the 5-pound handle, so we're looking at 12.5 pounds. Plus I have a spacer weight to give me a little extra whippiness and to show you guys the value of the spacers if you don't have like good club control or you're not really honed in on it yet. The spacers will help you stick the movements when you get to your order position or your side order position or your flag position when you're out here. Those spacer weights help do that by putting a lighter weight further out and multiplying the torque. So you're not lifting more weight, you're controlling more torque, and that's what the spacer weights do. Anyway, that little brief synopsis there, we're going to begin with our club on our right side. If you want to begin on the left side, it's okay. I'm starting on the right because I like to work with some exercises, my non-dominant hand first, because I get a little bit of better brain signaling. And then after we're done with our diagonal swings to a side clean, we are going to change the weight and remove the spacer weight and actually put a 5-pound in there. If you need to go up 1 1/4 or not go up at all, or a 2.5, add that or subtract that for the rest of the workout. But the Yank Cleans and the 1/2 mil are going to require a little bit more weight than probably what we're sticking on the side here. If you can't get it, it's okay. You're going to work up to it. We're only on day 5 of 21 days. We've still got a few more days to go. So let's begin here. Oh, our 3 exercises are going to be a diagonal swing to clean, Yank Cleans, which we've done before, and then we're going to do a new one called a 1/2 mil, which is going to, I'll show you when we get the club set up. Anyway, today is also a 3-set by 8 repetition. We want to focus. This is very important. I almost forgot. We want to focus on the movement today, actually making our body move properly throughout the movement and developing better habits. So if you feel like you're a little round-shouldered, get your sternum and your shoulders, put your sternum out and your shoulders back. If you feel like your glutes aren't on, make it a conscious effort to squeeze your glutes. Make sure you're completely standing tall. You're not slouching over. We're not in this position. We want to be forward, shoulders packed down by pulling down with the lats and pulling our shoulder blades to our back pockets. Also, if you guys have any questions, put them in the comments or call us. You know, you guys could call us and ask us about training questions. Our number is on our website, but we actually have a phone number and we try to answer most of the calls. So let's begin. 3 sets of 8. Get a nice grip on the club. Don't bend over this way. You know, make sure your chest is up. You want to get in that gorilla position. Bring the club right across our toes and to the side. Notice I'm not rotating my shoulder to catch it this way. That's a no-no. We want to catch the club out to the side. Push it out, cast it back right over the toes. Touch it down if you want to. You don't have to. Just come close to the floor. Again, get your shoulders back. Don't be rounded into this position. Nice and square. Bring it up. Boom. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push the shoulder back. 6, 7, 8. Whoa, see that? You want to stick that. Swap hands. 1. Right over the shoelaces. 2. Stand tall. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Park your club like a professional. Okay, as always, check your area. Make sure you're clear of your furniture, pets, children, etc. You got flying birds in the house. Be careful of those. You know, I'm thinking I might have been able to do this, now that I'm doing this, with that 5-pound weight in there instead of the spacer weight. But it's better we develop this pattern instead of working with the weight, if that makes sense to you. I want you to connect your brain to your body. That is 50% of your club training. Moving the weight is the other 50%. So think about what you're doing. Always make room for improvement. Even if it's frustrating, just make little changes. I changed my posture over the course of 10 years of just regular exercise. Put the club by your right foot or your left, wherever you're going. Grip and rip. 1, 2. Notice I do that little curtsy when I go to the side. See that? 3. I'm letting my knees bend. 4. 5. Swap hands. Get nice, put your butt down. If you feel you're rounding over this way like this, put your butt lower and sit up more in that gorilla position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze your abs. 6, 7, 8. Stand tall when you're at the top. And park your club. I put it to the side so I'm ready to go. All right. One of the things I want you guys to start feeling is how much your abs get lit up when you are working over your toes and you're keeping your body upright. If you're slouched over, you're not going to get that ab engagement. So as you're coming upward, you want to open up, squeeze your glutes when you get to the top, and make sure your abs are, and you can feel that engagement. I used to do sets of 100 sit-ups at one time, and I'd do 2 or 3 sets of them in my workouts. And they seemed to only give me a sore back. This type of training, if you do it the right way and watch your food, you have a nice 6-pack, maybe even an 8-pack by the time you're done of a year of training with this. All right, so last set, best set. Remember, it's all about the form. That's 1. Over the shoelaces. 5. Swap hands. 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. So that was our last set of our diagonal swings to a side clean. When you're doing that, if your arm is coming out only, let's say, like 45 degrees at an angle out to the side instead of really far over, like closer to a 90 degree, that's okay. Work on getting that range of motion built into your shoulder so that you can live a more mobile and, less bound up life. I'm removing my spacer to add a little bit of weight to the club for our Yank Cleans. The last time we did them, we had the club set at 15 pounds. This I'm going to 17.5 right now. All right, let's get that locked in. Make sure your club is tight. If you change the weight, we're going to start with the club in front of us because we're going to be doing our Yank Cleans. You guys did these on day 3. So, Yank Clean is this movement. I like to start with my club a little bit back, and it's bringing it up and boom, right into the order position. Make sure you got your elbow married to your side and your forearm is at a 90 degree angle. Plus, you want to be standing tall. You want your ass on, you want your abs on, and return the club this way. Don't just let it flop down like all sloppy and everything. Remind yourself to have a little eloquence with your gear and respect it and the way that you put it down and pick it up. If we were in a class and it was CrossFit, I wouldn't let you drop your deadlifts, okay? You'd have to put it back down on the floor. So I'm that guy, put it back down because I believe the reverse of the exercise gets you going. All right, enough of my sermon over here. Let's get into rip and grip. Get this club, rotate your hand backwards so you have thumb to bum, just like in a kettlebell. Get your body in a good position. Don't start rounded over like this. You don't want to be you want to be in that monkey gorilla position. And 1, 2, 3. Notice the importance of your grip on the club, the purchase on the club. I could feel that extra 2.5 pounds. Boom. Swap hands. Put the club back down. Rotate that thumb to bum and boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. Nice. And just like with a barbell clean, get a little bit of leg drive in there to help you drive it upwards. You get that little bit of boom, that drive from your knees, and it gives you a little more strength to pop this up. For such a small movement, this knocks the wind out of you. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Try to calm your breathing down. Try to hold your breath a little bit to regulate it. Again, being aware of your breath during stressful events helps you to remain a little calmer when you learn how to control your breathing, because that's one less alarm that's going off in your head. With the fast breathing, it sounds like a bell. Your brain responds to it like a bell ringing. That's an alert. Okay, so let's begin again. 1, stand up tall. 2, 3, stand up with this club like you're ready to fight somebody. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put it back down, swap hands, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, you guys can see I'm pushing a little harder with my leg drive to flip that club up. Might be a little taxing on your wrists. If it is, knock it down a few pounds and use your 1 1/4 to slowly build back up to the weight you want to be at. So you always progress. Remember, those 1 1/4s are there for you to fractionally load your Adex kit. So when you're training and you can't stick a side clean, but it's just that little bit of weight that's holding you back, 1 1/4, 2.5 pounds, take it off, readjust your weight a little lighter, and then work back up using those 2 smaller weights to get back up there. All right, we're getting ready to do last set, best set. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Swap hands. Beautiful. Great. Okay. If you guys don't have the luxury of training in front of a mirror to watch your own movement, record yourself. Set your phone up, record yourself. Don't worry about if somebody calls you in the middle of that. I'm recording off my phone right now and someone's probably calling me or texting me, so don't worry about it. You know, look at what you're doing and try to make it better and better every time. I still look at my stuff. I still review my own work, you know, to keep myself honest to my craft. And that's what I want to develop you guys as basically apostles of this type of training. Because I'm feeling tremendous. I feel better now than when I was 30. It's hard to believe. All right, we're going to do an exercise called a 1/2 mil. And we're going to begin with our club. You guys might want to lighten the weight for this. I'll give you a minute to, because I realized I ran down the rest time. But this isn't going to be so bad if you know how to do a mil already. Okay, a lot of you do. But if you don't know how to do a mil, lighten it up to what the weight was before. If you have a spacer, throw a spacer in there, because that spacer will help you whip the weight over, if you guys haven't noticed that yet. So we're going to begin with the exercise like this. If you have to pause it to start it again, don't worry about it. Switch your weight. I'm going to bring my arm out to the side, just like in that side clean we were doing before, 90 degrees to my sternum. Put it over my shoulder, rotate my body and pull down this way. And I'm going to put it back. And that's called a 1/2 mil. 1, 2, that's 1. You see that? Put it behind your shoulder, turn it and pull. This is work, guys. You see, I'm doing this slow, and it's hard to do. That was 8. Now watch, I'm going to show you from the side, this way. So we're going to begin with our club out to the side, behind the back. 1. 1. Choke up on your club if you have to. 2. 2. See that? 3. 3. This is work. 4. 5. Elbow to the side. 6. All right, you guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to knock down my weight, okay? And let's see if I could get this done in time. I'm going to do a little close-up on the camera, too. But check this out. I'm going to knock this down. Seriously, I'm going to take 5 pounds off of this. I thought I was going to be able to do it. This is frying me, and I want to be able to, you know, work with this. I'm not putting the spacer back in because it just works a little better for me like that. Right now, yeah, I'm working. Here, I want to show you guys something. I'm going to come close. I got sweat running down my face. You see this? I'm in an air-conditioned room in Florida. So I'm putting the work in too. Suffering is good when you do it together. That's why CrossFit was successful. All right, let's begin this. Let's clean it out to the side, and we're going to go. Now, this is much better. Get that pattern down. 1, 2, 2. Now, what you could do while you're doing this is watch when I go over the back. Make this little loop here. 4, 4, 5. 5. That loop, I'm swinging my butt to do that. 5. See that little loop? Swap hands. We're going to go right to the left. Get that right to the left. That's just placing it over. See that? Now the loop. Notice my foot pivots. Get that arm closed and work close to the body. Stand tall. 8. Beautiful. Park your club. Don't just let it flop down and look like, you don't care about your stuff. Do stuff with purpose and do stuff with pride. Be proud of the work you do. Don't listen to what people say about, don't have pride about this. I'm proud of this crap. I'm proud I'm almost 62 and I'm still able to do this. And I'm proud that I'm able to share it with you. That's a good feeling. It really is. I'm not getting over on nobody. I'm just sharing something good. All right, you guys. I'm working. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. This is going to be our last set of our workout. Last set, best set. This is your half a mil, because we don't know the names of these things. We have to make them up as we go along. Maybe we got to get like a club union or a club authority to start teaching us, you know, unifying all the words, the lingo. Okay, I'm not going to count this time, so pay attention. Get that rotation in. Feet forward, body to the right and left. Stand tall. Posture is everything. I used to think it was a joke when people told me to worry about my posture. I didn't think it mattered in strength training. It matters a lot. It matters in everything that you're doing physical. Let it go now. And there we go. That's it, you guys. Quick, hard, effective workout. See you on the next workout. And I hope you guys have a great rest period after this, because I'm going to really enjoy it. See you on the platform. All right. I didn't say peace. I just gave him the... I'm too fucking tired.